You just spoke with Casey Anthony's attorney. What are the plans for filing that appeal to the state Supreme Court?
Well, why don't we ask him? This is Jose Baez right here. And the first question, Jose, you said all the time it was just too quick to arrest your client, Casey Anthony. You are going to go before the Florida Supreme Court. What are you going to do to try to lower that $500,000 bond?
Well, the first thing is we can't go to the Supreme Court unless we have a written opinion from the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals. So what we're asking is we're going to petition them for a rehearing and ask for a written opinion. And until they can do that, we can't take it to the Supreme Court because the Supreme Court can't analyze what the Fifth Circuit did, whether it was legal or not. So that's our next move.
Okay. Now, Bob just mentioned about some information from the state attorney's office. They've said basically it's a moot point, the idea as it relates to immunity. Have you yourself gone before the state attorney's office and asked for immunity, no matter in what extreme, because we know there are different degrees for Casey Anthony?
No, I have not. We, as I had stated earlier, we have specifically, there's things in play that come into play when you allow your client to speak with law enforcement. As far as immunity and things like that, we have not negotiated any type. We have not come to them with any offers. My client has never stated, I'll tell you where she's at if you give me immunity. So anything being stated about that is truly a misstatement.
But she has told her father that Kaylee is safe and she's okay. Why can't we get more out of her as to where this little girl is?
Well, that's what she believes. She believes Kaylee is safe. The reasoning behind all of that, I'm not going to disclose. I'm going to disclose it at the proper location, the proper time. I don't feel that the court of public opinion or the media is the right location for that.
I know, but
unfortunately, I have to do my job.
Think about the horde of investigators, the horde of people in this country who wish that they could pick up that little girl if we knew where she was. You went on national TV.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So,
if she knew where Kaylee was, I know she would have said it.
Lastly, DNA evidence. We understand from our sources that DNA evidence has been picked up as far as Kaylee is concerned. Your comments about that?
I would hope that there is DNA evidence. She's been in that car many, many times. So there's going to find DNA evidence in that car. And if they didn't, then you really have to question whether law enforcement did a thorough search of it or not.
Lastly, law enforcement said that Casey is not in the game. She is not cooperating with authorities. She could do a lot more in this case.
Well, I certainly disagree with that.
That's all you're going to say?
Well, I think I've stated that many times from day one, and we've remained consistent. The one who keeps leaking different things and saying different and talking out of both ends of their mouth is really, I have to say, law enforcement. They're concentrating on her as a person of interest, but yet they're searching for Kaylee. Which is it?
All right. Well, we're going to talk more with you. Thanks a lot for your time, man. I appreciate that. All right. Well, you just heard it from the attorney. Again, he talked maybe about 3 hours this morning. He says when you're talking with the Anthonys as well as Lee Anthony, time just keeps going. You've heard what he had to do as far as writing that written situation appeal when it comes to the Supreme Court of Appeals, State Court of Appeals. That's the latest we have here. And, of course, we'll try to bring you more at 6 o'clock on this. For now, I'm Gail Pascal Brown.